What if I told you that there are so many strict rules as far as PTE writing is concerned, and if you know them well in advance, acing that 90 out of 90 in the PTE writing becomes a cakewalk. If you want to understand more about this, make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on PTE, writing all strict rules for a perfect 90 out of 90. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. We've shared our information in the description of this video. You can click on the WhatsApp link, send us a message, we will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our second official ebook. First was PTE speaking cheat code, second is PTE reading cheat code. If you want them, the link in the description. At the moment we are keeping it for a very nominal fee with some 40% discount. You can click on the link and claim it with a combo, meaning both the speaking and reading, and ace up your preparation for the PTE exam. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. When we talk about PTE writing, there are a number of modules that contribute marks towards your writing section. First is summarize written text. Second is essay writing or the email writing for PTE core. Third is summarize spoken text for both PTE academic and PTE core. Fourth is listening fill in the blank. Fifth is write from dictation. Sixth is reading writing fill in the blanks. So when we talk about strict rules, let's consider the AI part. AI meaning artificial intelligence part is with respect to summarize written text, summarize spoken text, and essay writing or email writing. These four let's consider first, and then move on to the normal ones, that is reading, writing fill in the blank, listening fill in the blank, and write from dictation. Let's now talk about the rule number one, meaning the strict rule number one with respect to essay writing. You should write very much relevant to the topic. This is a new strict rule. Earlier, even if you write, even if little bit deviating from the topic, you'd have still seen a very good score. But now it is not the case. You got to write very much relevant to the question. You deviate from the topic, little bit deviate from the topic, expect a big zero. I'm telling you, no mercy on this. Pearson have decided. We have seen many students getting a very low score in writing because they've misunderstood the question. The question is something, answer is something else. Let's look at this simple question. Some people believe that technology is making people more isolated, while others think it helps them connect with others, discuss both the views. So first thing is, you need to talk about the first view, that is technology has made people become more isolated. Entirely, completely into the phone, you just forget your relationships, or probably anything of that sort. The second view would be others think technology has helped people connect with others through Instagram, through this app you're connecting. This is what your essay should be. But let's say if the person writes something like this. Let's check the introduction. Technology has played a crucial role in shaping the world we live in today. From the invention of the wheel to the development of artificial intelligence, technological advancements have significantly impacted various sectors such as healthcare, education, business. Many scientists argue that technology has improved human lives by providing convenience and efficacy in daily tasks. Well, entire thing is not even talking about the question, but intro, it is still fine. Still fine, introduction, but body one is where you got to talk about the view number one, meaning the para two. Now let's understand the para two, what the person has written, but what the person should have written. Technology has made people become isolated. People are very lonely because of technology. This is what the person should have written, but let's see what the person has written. One of the most debated topics related to technology is its impact on the environment. Okay, the question is not about whether technology has an impact on the environment. Industrialization, which relies the entire thing, is not at all with respect to the question. Well, the person is writing about technology, but is not talking about technology making people more isolated. Correct? So this is gonna be a big blunder if you see the third paragraph. Another concern is the over-reliance on technology, which has caused people to become less physically active. Many individuals prefer using motor vehicles instead of walking or cycling. Again, this is not at all talking to the question. If you write something like this, earlier you would have gotten full good scores, but now it is not the case anymore. 100% sure I can write on a bond paper and make a seal and signature with my name. Expect a very low score towards your writing section. Essay probably contributes some 20 marks. 2 essays, both the essay, if you write something like this, probably you would lose more than 17 to 18 marks. 2-3 marks or max 4 marks you may get if you write something like this. Remember this strict rule number 1. Let's talk about the rule number 2. Again, with respect to essay writing, very strict rules. Every spelling mistake that you do, minimum 1 marks removed. Essay will contribute hardly, let's say 2 essays, 20 marks. You've made 30 mistakes. How much marks do I get? 0. What if I make 10 mistakes? Mostly 10 to 12 marks gone. Minimum 1, it could be more than that. Let's have a look at this particular paragraph. Technology has played a crucial role in shaping the world that we live in today. From the invention spelling wrong. Of the wheel to the development, M-A-N-T is wrong, it's M-E-N-T. Of artificial intelligence spelling wrong. Now people think I use this guy's template. Why am I not getting the score? Hey, I think template is not working. Then the person will come here and comment, template, please don't use. Correct? Isn't it so? That's how it gets spread. Templates and all don't give scores. It's you who gonna get the scores, not the template. Template will help you finish it a bit faster. Apart from that, template has no role, no significant role. Remember this. It's the spelling. You make 5 spelling mistakes, most probably, or let's say you make 7 to 8 spelling mistakes. Hardly 1 or 2 marks that you're gonna get from the essay writing, and not more than that. Remember, it's not the template that gives the scores. It is you who gonna get the scores by writing the correct spelling. Remember this. Let's understand the third strict rule again with respect to essay writing. If you write only keywords, rest all your template will cover. Your trainer has given you meticulously crafted, curated template, and you have such a faith in him that you entirely memorized the template and wrote it with some 5 to 6 keywords or 11 to 12 keywords in between. Now, will you gonna get marks? 100% no. This will reduce the marks like anything. It probably out of 20 gonna get 4 or 5 and not more than that. For the same question, the answer, if you see here, the highlighted in bold, they're all the keywords. Rest all the template. On one hand, some claim that digital devices, social media and virtual communication reduce face-to-face interaction. For instance, excessive use of dash can result in dash as individuals spend more time dash rather than engaging in dash. Something of this is not going to give you scores. You have to write something on your own. Don't rely on such templates where you put just some 20 keywords and think that you have put more keywords, so you should get more marks, 100%. No, that's not the way how it works. The fourth strict rule, again with respect to essay writing, is if you write only simple sentences, meaning no compound complex sentences, all simple. Firstly, environment is bad. This is because environment takes this particular problem. For instance, many people have problems. If you write something like this, very simple sentences, be ready to see are very surprising. Surprising not in a way that you will be very happy to see it, definitely you'll be very sad to see a low score towards your writing module. You got to mix simple, compound and complex sentences. Remember this. Let's look at this particular essay answer. Let's look at the second paragraph. On one hand, some people think technology makes individuals lonely. Simple sentence. Many people spend hours on their phones. Simple sentence. They do not talk to their friends and family. Simple sentence. Social media reduces real life conversations. Simple sentence. People prefer texting instead of meeting in person. Everything, entire essay, you can just have a look at it. Entire thing is written in a very simple sentence possible. It's not going to fetch you scores. The grammar score goes down, entire thing, the writing marks also will go down. Avoid doing this. It's best you write a mixture of simple, compound and complex sentences. Compound sentence is nothing but taking two simple sentences, adding a connector, but, and, for, something of this in between. Complex sentences, you can add which, where, or you can start with any subordinate conjunctions, something like though, even though, while, if, when, despite, in spite of, since, because, due to, something of this. You start the sentence or invoke them in the middle, it becomes a complex sentence. The fifth strict rule again is with respect to essay writing. If you make silly grammatical errors, again marks will go down. Every silly grammatical errors, minimum 1 marks you would lose. Remember this. Let's have a quick example on what I meant by silly grammatical errors. It is believe is wrong. It is believed. V3 has to come after is, was, are, am, were. Technology makes people isolated while others think, or other things. Others think. He eats, they eat. Subject, verb, agreement. Others think it helps, not help, helps them to stay connected. This as I will discuss both sides, not side, and give the opinion or an opinion, not opinion. On one hand, some say technology is making people, is wrong, is making people lonely. They spend too much time on, not in phones. And do not talk. Do not talk with family. Social media is a plural. They eat, not they eats. Social media make them less interested in real life conversation. Many person is wrong. Many people prefer texting instead of meeting in person. Also automated machines. Taking human jobs. Are taking human jobs or take human jobs. Taking human jobs is like I eating food. I am eating food. Hope you are getting it. He running, he is running. He talking, he is talking. So less people talk to each other at work. This create is wrong, creates, he eats. Correct? It's singular. This creates a feeling of alone, feeling of loneliness and disconnection. If I write something like this, can I expect a good score? 100% no doubt. So what you basically need is a feedback. Every day you should write, someone should correct you. Every day you should write, someone should correct you. This alone will help. Otherwise, if you're pretty much good in English, at least basic is good enough, then you don't have to worry. You should be able to, get it easily. The sixth strict rule is again with respect to essay writing. What if I exceed the word limit? 200 to 300 is what I need to write for an essay writing. If I write 190 or 300 and above, what marks I get? Will I lose just 2 marks, right? That's what is written in the score guide, but from our experience, it would be mostly 0, or if 2 essays, both the essays, if you're exceeding the limit, max some 3-4 marks you might get. Mostly it is 0. Remember, this is a very, very strict rule. You got to write between the word limit. The ideal word limit would be between 200, 300, anywhere. Between 220, 230 is more than enough. Remember, whatever I talked for essay writing, similar thing is applicable for email writing as well. If there is a question, you got to answer exactly to the question. You make grammatical errors, you make spelling errors, marks will go down. You write only simple sentences, even for the email writing PT core, marks will go down. If you exceed the word limit, or if you don't even write well within the word limit, again it would be mostly 0. Remember this, whatever I told for the essay writing, all the things are definitely be applicable for email writing as well. The seventh strict rule is with respect to summarize written text. If I write more than the word limit, for example, for PTE core it's 25 to 50 words, for PTE academic 5 to 75 words. Let's say I wrote 76 words, or for PTE core I wrote 51 words. It's going to be 0. Never exceed the word limit. Make sure it is between 40, 45. If you're for PT academic or core, for both it works. 35 to 40, 40, 45 is more than enough. Remember this. The next 8th strict rule is with respect to, again, summarize written text, applicable for both PT core and PT academic. If you write synonyms, thinking if you exactly write the same word as it is from the paragraph, you may get low score if this is what your thought is, and intentionally change the words from the paragraph, writing it synonyms. I cannot guarantee that you get a good score. I'm not sure how software reacts. What if you think it is a synonym but it is not? As a result, you completely goof up the meaning. There could be a number of circumstances associated with it. All you gotta do is just whatever is there in the paragraph exactly you written. Don't use this too much. Use this too much in your reading fill in the blank, reading writing fill in the blank, but not in summarize written text. If you do it, it's not just a writing, even reading marks will go down, because summarize written text is a reading skill too. Remember this. The 9th strict rule is again with respect to summarize written text, applicable only for the PTE academic. What if I write 75 words, because the word limit is 5 to 75 words. I write 75 or 74 words, I think I'll get good marks, because the more I write, the more marks I get. 100% no. The more you write, the more mistakes you make. It is very difficult to write a 75 word length answer with just one full stop. I'm not saying it is impossible. It is very difficult, and also very difficult to make software understand that you have not made any mistake. If 40-45 words, man, don't exceed more than that. Remember this. The 10th strict rule is with respect to summarize spoken text, applicable for both PTE academic and core. Remember this, if you write only keywords, expect a very low score towards your listening and writing. You got to write sentences, phrases at any cost. It's not just one word, again one word, and the template covers everything. If you think you will pass, you will get good scores because of this, then I have to tell you, your scores will disappoint you in the exam. The 11th strict rule is again with respect to summarize spoken text. For both PT academic or core, it's the same. Use very lengthy templates, meaning templates are the words that are not in the audio, isn't it? Meaning if you try to write something very lengthy which is not there in the audio, marks will go down for both writing and listening. Remember this. For instance, if you use something like this, the talk was about, firstly it was clear that, later we learned that, furthermore it represented the fact that, in the end the lecture highlighted that. You write something like this, it's absolutely fine. Hardly each line 2 to 3 words, so 3-4 words, you're making use of a template. This is for PT academic, by the way. If you use something like this, the lecture gave important information on relevant subtopics on content such as, firstly it was evident from the lecture which was awe-inspiring and sensational is that, hey, the template one line itself is like more than 13-14 words. All this is not going to give you scores. For PTA core, you can use a shorthand template. The talk was about firstly, secondly. Or the talk was about firstly, the speaker told. Secondly, we learned that. Very short template is fine, but it's hardly 20 to 30 words for PTE Core. Try to minimize using the template. For PTE Academic, strictly use short templates or structures. Avoid using lengthy templates. Otherwise, be ready to see a very low score in your writing and listening both. Remember this. The 12th strict rule is again with respect to summarize spoken text. If you exceed the word limit, 20 to 30 words for PTE Core, 50 to 70 words for PTE Academic. If you exceed this, expect a 0. Don't think you will lose only 1 or 2 marks for the form. That's not the way how it works. We've seen instances where people's score have drastically come down because of this one silly mistake. Remember this. The last rule, 13th rule, this rule many of you already know it. Listening fill in the blank and write from dictation. Remember this, if there is a spelling and in that word, if you make one letter wrong, you're not gonna get good scores. Remember this, it's a 0. For example, if the word is markets, M-A-R-K-E-T-S. Let's say listening fill in the blank or write from dictation. If you write M-A-R-K-E-T-S, you get 1 mark for that word. Many have this doubt. What if I write M-A-R-K-E-T? Or what if I write a synonym of market? Exact word has to be there. Even if one letter is not present there, that means the word is wrong. You're not gonna get the scores. This is done very strictly. People have assumed that one letter, if it is wrong, I can still get the scores, right? S I missed a ED, I missed it. I think I can still get scores 100%. No, it is very strictly evaluated. Every letter of the word should be there. But capital letter, small letter is not going to make a huge difference. American or Britain, you can mix the both. It doesn't make any difference. But what matters is the correct spelling. One of the American or the British, one of the correct spellings should be written with exact letter matching in all the positions. One letter is missing or changed, you're not gonna get the score for that particular word. Remember this. Alright, I really hope this was an informative content. A quick video, a short video, but it has got everything that you need to ace that writing score with a whopping 90 out of 90. With this, I'm gonna park the video here. This is Nakul, N-A-K-U-L, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.
Meanwhile...